Now see here, if we suppose that you have matrix A of order n cross n, that is what your matrix has the order n, then we can write the characteristic equation determinant of A minus lambda I equal to 0. So you can write here I is what matrix of order n, unit matrix of order n. So you can write down I n. Okay, so your A is what? A is n cross n matrix, that is the square matrix of order n. So we write matrix A is this one, A11, A12 up to A1n, and A21, A22 up to A2n, and so on. The last row is what? N1, An2 up to Ann. Okay, and minus lambda, lambda as it is, and your I is what? Identity matrix, that is what? Unit matrix of order n. So we write here unit matrix of order n, and write down here determinant. The whole matrix can be written as inside the determinant. Okay, so just simplify this matrix. So first element is what? A11. If you multiply only here, so this become minus lambda. Okay, now add them. So this become A11 minus lambda. Here A12 is as it is, and minus 0, that will be what? A11 as it is. Similarly for this element up to A1n. Okay, now come to the second row here. So this here second row element is 0 and A11. So we write here A21. Okay, not A11, A21, and only diagonal element will change. So you write A22 minus lambda up to what? A2n, and the the last element will be what? An1, an1, an2, and an2, and here you last element you will have ann minus lambda, and put this in the determinant. Okay, and this equal to 0. Now if we expand this determinant, then what happen? So on expanding this determinant, on x on expanding this determinant, we get an equation of the form, we get an equation of the form an lambda raised to n plus an minus 1 lambda raised to n minus 1, and plus an minus 2 lambda raised to n minus 2, and plus so on up to what?
Equals to A1,
A2 lambda square plus A1
A1 lambda.
lambda, and plus A naught,
So ये नोट नहीं
and
रहेगा ना.
this equal to 0. Okay, A naught will be there, and this equal to 0. This is what? This is your characteristic equation. Okay, of n cross n matrix. This is known as what? This is known as characteristic equation of matrix A of order n. Okay, and the roots of this equation roots of this equation are known as characteristic root. So this is characteristic equation. So roots of this equation is known as what? Characteristic root. Characteristic roots. Okay, or you can say latent root. Latent latent roots, or you can say proper roots, proper roots, or you can say eigenvalues, eigen or eigen values, or you can say proper values, proper values. Okay, so there are so many names of the roots of this characteristic equation. Either you can say characteristic value, or characteristic number, or latent root, or eigenvalues, or proper values. Okay, you must remember all this name of this. Okay, if I given one matrix and ask find the latent root of this matrix, इसका मतलब क्या? You have to find out characteristic roots. If I ask to find latent root of proper roots of this matrix, so you have to find only you have to find same thing. Okay, let us see some example, then you will understand. Example. Example. Find the eigenvalues of eigenvalues of the matrix, and the eigenvalues of the matrix. Matrix is A and equal to what? I am writing 1, 2, 1, 2, 0, and 3. Okay, this matrix is given to you, and what I have to do? Have to find out eigenvalues of this matrix. Let us see what are the eigenvalues of this matrix. Okay, so just write down given. What is given to you? Your given is matrix A and equal to 1, 2, 0, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 0, 3. Okay, so know that characteristic equation. Since the characteristic equation is the characteristic equation, since the characteristic equation is what? Determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to 0. This is your formula. Okay, so just write down the characteristic equation. So we have the matrix. First is what? Your determinant. Just write down determinant like this. Okay, or in the determinant you just write down matrix 1, 2, 0, 3. Okay, now minus lambda as it is. I is the yield matrix, the same order of matrix A. So okay, this is the 2 cross 2 matrix, so your I must be identity matrix must be a second order. Okay, so 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now close the determinant and this equal to what? 0. Okay, चलिए मैं एक बार स्टेप और देता हूँ. दिस इज वी राइट हियर 1, 2, 0, 3 as it is. Okay, I'll write down after multiplying here inside. So with multiplying with minus sign. Okay, so it's become minus lambda, and here 0. This is 0 minus lambda. Okay, just write down determinant. This equal to 0. Okay, now you can add. So determinant we apply here. Determinant 1 minus lambda. That is what? 1 minus lambda. Then 2 plus 0. Just write down plus 0. Then 0 and plus 0. That is what? 0 plus 0. And 3 minus lambda. And this equal to what? 0. Just simplify this. So determinant 1 minus lambda, 2, 0, 3 minus lambda. Okay, and this equal to 0. A में लिखा था वहाँ पे. Okay, so now what? Now just cross multiply. इसका इसके साथ, इसका इसके साथ multiply होता है. So this is what? 1 minus lambda, 3 minus lambda. Okay, and what? Minus sign. Okay, 0 multiplied by 2, that is what? 0. So this equal to 0. Here you always put here minus sign. After cross multiplying, there will be minus sign in between. Okay, So we'll have 1 minus lambda
सर
and
आवाज सर आपका
3
बहुत नहीं आ
minus
रहा है.
lambda, 1 minus lambda into 3 minus lambda, and this equal to what? 0. So therefore we can write 1 minus lambda equal to 0, or 3 minus lambda is equal to 0. So from this you will get lambda equal to what? 1, or lambda equal to 3. So 1 and 3 are the eigenvalues of the given matrix. Thus lambda equal to 1 and 3 are eigenvalues of given matrix. Eigenvalues of given matrix. Okay, so you can say that this is the eigenvalue, or you can say characteristic value, or latent roots, or proper values, or proper number. There are so many names are there. Okay, I hope you understood how to find characteristic value or characteristic number of the given matrix in shortcut. Okay, if if a is an 2 cross 2 matrix, okay, then its characteristic equation is character characteristic equation is what? Is A is what? 2 cross 2 matrix. So characteristic equation is a polynomial of degree 2. So this is what? Lambda square minus trace of matrix A into lambda, and plus determinant of matrix A, and this equal to 0. This is your what? Characteristic equation. Okay, sign will be alternate, plus, minus, and plus. Okay, or you can see another way you can write here, or lambda square minus what? Sum of eigenvalues, sum of eigen sum of eigenvalues. Okay, lambda, and plus determinant of a equal to 0. चाहे इस तरह से लिखो, चाहे इस तरह से लिखो, ठीक है. Let us see how to write. So in previous problem we will have, since we have the last problem, that is what? A equal to 1 2 0 3. This is your matrix in the last problem, 1 2 0 3. Okay, now the characteristic equation is given by, directly you write characteristic equation. The characteristic equation is, what is the characteristic equation? A minus lambda I. Okay, and this is equal to what? 0. This is the formula, and after this you just write down this. So that is lambda square minus trace of matrix A lambda, and plus determinant of A equal to what? 0. So lambda square as it is, minus trace of the matrix. Trace means sum of this, sum of diagonal element. Okay, so 2, write down 1 plus 3 lambda, and plus determinant, just cross multiply and find out determinant. Determinant will be what? This implies determinant of A is equal to, cross multiply, 3 1 ja 3, and 2 multiply by 0, so this become what? 0. So this what? Determinant of A is 3. So just write down here 3, and this equal to 0. So therefore we have lambda square and minus 3 plus 1, how much? 4 lambda, and plus 3, and this is equal to 0. Okay, this is your characteristic equation. Okay, now we want to find a characteristic root. So how to find the root of this? Let us see. Just last wala element pakdo. What is that? The last element is what? 3. Okay, What are the possible divisor of 3? We can divide 3 by 1. Okay, we can divide 3 by 3 also. Okay, such way that these two element gives 4, these two element give minus 4. So we must write here what, must write here minus 1 and minus 3. So now adding this you will get what, minus 4. Okay, just write down the roots. So lambda minus 1, okay, then lambda minus 3, and this equal to 0. So from this you'll get lambda minus 1 equal to 0, or lambda minus 3 equal to 0. So lambda equal to what, 1, or lambda equal to 3. You got it? Same thing. You got the same value? Check karo. Lambda equal to 1 and lambda equal to 3. So either find this way or that way. For 3 cross 3 matrix, for 3 cross 3 matrix, for 3 cross 3 matrix A matrix. So you'll have the 3 cross 3 matrix A11, A12, A13. Okay, A21, A22, A23, and A31, A32, A33. Just close the bracket. This is what 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, a matrix which has order 3 cross 3. So for 3 cross 3 matrix A, the characteristic equation is given by the characteristic equation is given by. Okay, so what is the characteristic equation? So we write here, this is the matrix of order 3 cross 3. So you have polynomial of order 3. So lambda q, okay, minus trace of the matrix A, trace of the matrix A in lambda square, okay, and plus sum of minus of diagonal element of A. That is what, sum of minus of diagonal element of A. So what is the diagonal element? Diagonal element is first one, this one diagonal element. Okay, okay. So now we ignore this column and this row, this column, this row. Okay, so you will get this minor A22, A23, and A31, sorry, A32 and A33. Okay, and plus this. Now come to this one, come to A22. Okay, so now this is what, this is A22. So we ignore this column and this row. So what is the remaining here? A11, A13. So just write down A11, A13. We ignoring this one, na? So A31, A31, A33. Okay, and plus the last diagonal element is A33. So we ignore this column and this row. So what is the remaining? A11, A12, A11, A12. Then we ignoring this column and this row. Say A21 and A22, A21, A22. Okay, and close the bracket. Here lambda q, lambda square. So here will be multiply by lambda. Okay, sign will be alternate, plus, minus, plus. Then here will be minus. And in the last we have determinant of A, and this is equal to what? 0. So this is your characteristic formula, characteristic equation formula. Okay, you can directly find out the characteristic equation by expanding the determinant. Okay, if you expanding the determinant, you will stuck in between. Okay, you will not get exact characteristic equation.
तो
There will be chance to make a mistake over there. हाँ
सर
बोलिए,
सेकंड वाला जो डिटरमिनेंट निकाला है सर वो रॉन्ग है क्या?
कौन सा?
क्योंकि A21 आएगा ना सेकंड वाला.
ये वाला?
यस यस सर.
देखिए बच्चा, we will go for this one, this element. Okay, so this element lies between what? Second column and second row. Okay,
यस सर समझा सर.
so we omit second column and second row. So this become A11, A13, okay, A31 and A33. Okay, got it?
Yeah, sir,
Yes,
right
sir.
away.
Yes, similarly you can get from this. This is the A33, so you ignore third column and third row. Okay, so the remaining term just write down. Now you got it? बोलिए.
Yes, sir.
चलिए, okay, good. uh, okay, let us move to the next page. Next example. Example number 2. Okay, if your matrix A is given to you, matrix A is given to you, that is what, 3 1 minus 1, 3 1 minus 1 row wise, 2 2 minus 1. Okay, then 2 2 0. If your matrix is this, okay, then what I have to do, then find its characteristic number, characteristic roots, or you can say characteristic number, or you can say eigenvalues. Okay, all are same. So let us see how to find solution. What is given to you, just write down. So given that matrix A is, you should always start by given. Matrix A is 3 1 minus 1, 2 2 minus 1, 2 2 0. This matrix is given to you. And what are the matrix of order? 3 cross 3. Okay, now our job is what? To find out characteristic equation. So since we know that characteristic equation is, since the characteristic equation is, characteristic equation is what? Determinant of A minus lambda I is equal to what? 0. Here we will use shortcut formula to find out characteristic equation. Okay, so for that we need what? We need trace of the matrix. Okay, so we first find trace. So what are the trace of the matrix? Trace of matrix A is equal to what? Is equal to sum of diagonal element. This is sum. This is your sum. That is what? 3 plus 2 plus 0. How much this? 5. How much this? Trace is 5. Getting? Now our job is what? To find out determinant. So determinant of A is equal to, put the determinant, 3 1 minus 1, 2 2 minus 1, 2 2 0. Okay, just find out determinant. बच्चों find करो. See how to find determinant. You know how to find. This is 3 3. I am writing 3 here. Okay, and we cross multiply this and this. So just find out, cross multiply here, this will 0, and here in between we write minus sign.
Into 2, I
Yes, in between we write minus
into
sign,
6.
but there is minus sign already there, so this become what? Plus. So 2. Okay, here we always put minus 1. Okay, now we ignore this one. Okay, we multiply by this, so this become 2. So multiply karo by 0, so this becomes 0. Okay, and minus minus here plus, 2 1 ja 2. Okay, here always write plus sign, but minus sign is already there, just write down minus 1. Okay, and
So
cross
determinant
multiply.
4 है.
Yes, good good, 4
4 है.
आएगा. Yes, 4 आएगा. So this is what? 3 2 जा, just simplify इसको करो. 3
So 6
into
minus 2
2.
minus 0.
Yes
Minus 2
बच्चा,
minus
2
0.
ए तो 0 हो जाएगा.
Minus 0.
So 3 2 जा 6 minus 2, that is what? 4. So determinant of this matrix is 4. Now we will use characteristic equation. Therefore the characteristic equation is given by, the characteristic equation is given by, characteristic equation is given by lambda q, okay, minus trace of the matrix A, lambda square, and plus sum of minors of diagonal element. Write down बच्चों minors of diagonal. इसको फर्स्ट कॉलम एंड फर्स्ट रो के इग्नोर करो, कितना बचेगा 2 माइनस 1।
सर वो आपने लास्ट में 2 - 2 क्यों लिखा है? 2 to the 4 - 4 होएगा ना?
कहाँ पे?
तो सर वही जो सर आपने 2 - 2 लिखा है सर, जी बोला।
2 माइनस 2 कैसा बचा? देखिए दिस इज वॉट -1 वी राइट हियर, सो यू क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई हियर 2
भाई
टू द 4। यस यस,
4 भी माइनस करेगा 4 ही आएगा ना, 0 आएगा ना भाई,
चलिए।
आंसर 0 ही आना है, ढूंढना वो।
सो दिस इज वॉट 2 टू द 4 माइनस 4। नाउ करेक्ट, नाउ इज दिस करेक्ट बच्चों, बोलिए।
हाँ सर।
हाँ ठीक है, गुड, ऐसे ध्यान दिया करो आप। ओके, नाउ वी विल हैव we have to find first minus of diagonal element. Okay, so this is what your diagonal element, so we cross this first column and first row. What is the remaining? 2 or -1 and 2 0, 2 0. Okay, and plus second minor diagonal element, so this is second, so we cross second column and second row. What is that remaining? 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, 2 0, 2 0. Okay, and plus next one, come to the here, third row and third column, we omit third row and third column. What is the remaining? 3 1 2 2, 3 1 2 2. Okay, and multiply lambda q lambda square, here will be lambda, sign will be alternate, plus minus plus, then here minus, determinant of a is equal to what? 0. Just simplify, just simplify this. So this become what? Lambda q minus trace of a, we found how much? Found बच्चों 5, 5 lambda square. Okay, and plus इसको थोड़ा सॉल्व कर लो आप, मल्टीप्लाई करो, दिस इज वॉट 0 minus minus got plus 2. Okay, and plus this is 0 minus minus get plus 2 1 ja 2. Okay, and plus 3 to the 6 minus 2. Okay, lambda and minus determinant, how much found? 4, determinant 4 equal to 0. चलिए इधर ही लिखो, आपको दिखाई देगा। सो दिस इज वॉट लैम्बडा क्यू माइनस 5 लैम्बडा स्क्वायर, जस्ट सिंप्लीफाई कर लो इसको, 2 and 2 4 and 4 8 plus 8, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 2 6 and 6 2 8, you got it? 8 आएगा, this is 8 lambda and minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, so this is what? This is your characteristic equation. Okay, this is characteristic equation. So let us find out the roots of this equation. Let us move to the next page. Uh, we first copy the characteristic equation. What is that? Lambda q minus 5 lambda square minus 5 lambda square, then
+5 lambda.
8 lambda minus 4, then plus 8 lambda minus 4, and this is equal to 0. Let us verify first. Lambda q minus 5 lambda square, lambda q minus 5 lambda square plus 8 lambda minus 4, plus 8 lambda minus 4. Okay, correct. Okay, so this equal to what? This equal to 0. But now what have to do? Same thing, we have to find out the roots of this equation. So there are so many ways to find out the roots of this equation, but we will discuss only most simplified and simple method. Okay, this method work as a faster than your calculator, so you can either use your calculator to find out the roots of this equation, or just use by just do by your using your brain. Okay, we first pick 4 last element. What is the 4 बच्चों बताइए? 4, this is 4, and 4 को किससे किससे डिवाइड कर सकते हैं? We divide 4 by 1. Okay, 4 by 2 से डिवाइड कर सकते हैं, and 4 by 4 से कर सकते हैं. Okay, we can divide 4 by 1 2 or 4, but what we want to find here only 5. Okay, we want to find 5. Okay, if such way that their sum gives what? Their sum gives 5. Okay, here just if I adding this become what? 4 to 6 एंड प्लस 7 ज़्यादा हो गया. ठीक है, अगर ये हम लेते हैं तो इसमें देखो कैसा पता चलेगा. सो इफ़ आई इसको ओमिट कर देंगे. इफ़ आई ओमिट दिस ओके. So this become what? If I omit this and repeat this 2, if I repeating this 2, so this become 2 2 what? 2 2 4 and plus 1 5 ऐसा मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, ये नंबर अगर रिपीट करेंगे तो इसको रिपीट नहीं कर सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि आपको कितना चाहिए? 5 चाहिए. अगर हम इसको अगर सपोज मैं इसको रिपीट कर रहा हूँ 1 + 1 एंड प्लस 2 कर रहे हैं तो 4 ही तक हो रहा है. 2 और प्लस 1 3 और 1 4, तो 5 नहीं आ रहा है. ठीक है, तो हमको 2 को रिपीट करना पड़ेगा. तो so we repeating 2 twice. So just write down here. We will write factor. So lambda minus 1, 1 bracket, and lambda minus 2, and lambda minus 2, and this equal to 0. So these are the possible factor of this polynomial. Okay. So from this you will write here lambda minus 1 equal to 0, or lambda minus 2 equal to 0, or lambda minus 2 equal to what? 0. So from this you will get lambda equal to 1, or lambda equal to 2, or lambda equal to 2. Okay, so therefore we write here lambda equal to 1 comma 2 comma 2 are possible, are eigenvalues of the given matrix. Okay, are eigenvalues of given matrix, or you can say characteristic value of the given matrix. इसमें
सर ये मुझे नहीं समझ में आया जो सर आपने किया.
ये नहीं समझा? see here, see, so we pick always, we pick constant term. Okay, last term. Okay, last term is what? Your 4. Last term is 4. And what are the possible divisor of 4? Possible divisor, we can divide 4 by 1. Okay, 4 by 2 and 4 by 4. और किसी नंबर से 4 को डिवाइड कर सकते हो? बोलिए.
नो सर.
नहीं. देखिए अभी हमारा कंडीशन क्या है कि ये तीनों नंबर को ऐड करो चाहे सब्ट्रैक्ट करो, कितना आना चाहिए? 5 आना चाहिए. ठीक है, ऐड करो चाहे सब्ट्रैक्ट करो, इसका कितना आना चाहिए? 5 आना चाहिए, और -5 आना चाहिए. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे सपोज मैं यहाँ पे सबको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर रहा हूँ, कितना आएगा? 4 to 6 एंड प्लस 1 7 आ जाएगा, -7. ठीक है, तो 5 नहीं आ रहा है, तो मतलब इसको हमको भगाना पड़ेगा, किसी एक को निकालना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, तो चलो मैं 4 को भगा देता हूँ.
सबका सर वही रहेगा सर, नेगेटिव लेना है.
हाँ, इतना आना चाहिए, मतलब 5 आपको आना चाहिए. तो ठीक है, तो मैंने 4
+4 -1 ले लेंगे तो.
हाँ, देखिए सम आपका क्या होना चाहिए? ये 5 आना चाहिए बस, चाहे प्लस लो चाहे माइनस लो, कैसा भी करके. ठीक है, मैं अगर इस नंबर को 2 को अगर मैं यहाँ पे रिपीट कर दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है, तो इसको ऐड करोगे कितना आएगा? 2 2 कितना, हाउ मच? 4 हो गया, और एक इधर 5 हो गया, तो मतलब ये सभी माइनस साइन में है, तो कितना आ जाएगा? 5 आ जाएगा. ठीक है, -5 हो जाएगा. तो मैंने क्या किया? लैम्बडा -1, लैम्बडा -2, लैम्बडा -3 इक्वल टू 0. ये सभी रूट्स आनेंगे. 1 -1 2 और 3 इसके क्या होंगे? रूट्स हो जाएंगे. अभी समझा आपको? So therefore lambda equal to 1 2 2 are eigen values or characteristics roots of the given matrix. Roots of the given matrix. ओके, आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड बच्चों. ठीक है, अगर देखो आपको नहीं समझ में आता, यू आर इंजीनियर एंड यू कैन यूज योर कैलकुलेटर. जस्ट ओपन योर कैलकुलेटर ओपन करो एंड राइट डाउन इन कैलकुलेटर. वहाँ पे पोलिनोमियल सेलेक्ट करो, पोलिनोमियल ऑफ डिग्री 3, और यू कैन सेलेक्ट मैट्रिक्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 3x3 एंड जस्ट पुट डाउन योर कोएफिशिएंट. योर कोएफिशिएंट इज व्हाट? लैम्बडा क्यू का कोएफिशिएंट वहाँ पे 1 डालेंगे, लैम्बडा स्क्वायर का कोएफिशिएंट -5 डालेंगे, लैम्बडा का कोएफिशिएंट 8 डालो और कांस्टेंट टर्म आपका -4 डालो और प्रेस करोगे ओके, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? आपको क्या मिलेगा?
लैम्बडा की
1 एंड 2 आपको मिलेगा। ठीक है, यू विल गेट 1 एंड 2। यहाँ पे देखो 2 रिपीट कर रहा है, वहाँ पे बार बार आपको शो नहीं करेगा, ओनली आपको केवल 1 एंड 2 दिखाई देगा, जिसका मतलब कि कोई एक वैल्यू आपको रिपीट कर रहा है वहाँ पे कैलकुलेटर में। समझा ये? हाउ टू यूज योर कैलकुलेटर, यू गॉट इट?
तो सब पता है चलेगा कैलकुलेटर में कि कैसे तो कौन सा वैल्यू रिपीट कर रहा है।
देखिए, देख लेने का ना, देख लेने का उसके प्रोडक्ट निकाल के, मतलब कि इसका प्रोडक्ट करना चाहिए कि उसका प्रोडक्ट करोगे तो 4 आना चाहिए। इसका प्रोडक्ट कर रहे हैं तो कितना आ रहा है? 2 आ रहा है। 4 नहीं आ रहा, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा आपको? 2 कर देना पड़ेगा। और तो देखने का कौन सी वैल्यू रिपीट होगा? 2 रिपीट होगा। अगर 1 को रिपीट करेंगे तो भी 2 ही आएगा, मतलब 2 रिपीट हो रहा है। गेटिंग? गेटिंग बच्चों?
यस सर।
हम्म, चलिए नेक्स्ट। अभी हम पढ़ेंगे प्रॉपर्टी, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ properties of eigen values, or you can say properties of characteristic value. Everything is same. There are so many names, we can call by any one of the name. If, just first write down, if lambda is an eigenvalue of matrix A, okay, then what? Then number one, then lambda square is an eigenvalue of the matrix A square, okay. And number two, इसी को मैं जनरलाइज फॉर्म में लिख रहा हूँ, लैम्बडा रेस टू n is an eigenvalue not values, एक ही है, eigenvalue of the matrix A raised to n, okay. नंबर तीन 1 upon lambda is an eigenvalue of the matrix A inverse, okay. And number 4 k lambda is an eigenvalue of the matrix Ka, okay. Number 5 lambda is an eigenvalue of the matrix A transpose, okay. The properties are very important, okay, you must have to remember all this property. तो इसके बेस पे प्रॉब्लम बाद में करेंगे, ठीक है।
हाँ सर।